live at 5. It's offer review. We've got some official response from the developers and Scopely about the gold spending event. It does look like they're holding their ground and they are not going to move away from it. And I just want to say that when I did go into Reddit today, the top 2 posts were specifically about gold spending. I want to read those before I read their official response. Gold spending event is nonsense. No more trust ever. Back in July, devs posted a blog that said that we could open our gold orbs and training orbs and spend to upgrade our rosters without fear of orb hoarding events. Now they're coming back with nonsense and even having Archangel double down and say gold spending will be an extremely rare scoring mechanic. So they're going to push around a technicality where they didn't specifically say gold spending orbs, but really? They made tons of changes, ensure no more hoarding, and then they bring around an event that it requires hoarding tons of golds or massive spending. I believe it might only be massive spending. I mean, I'll get into a reason why I think that, maybe this will be just a function of spending money, and maybe the amount of gold orbs that you have saved or gold that you've saved won't matter. We'll have to see how the event plays out. I mean, what's going to stop Scopely from saying, okay, you get a point for every gold you spend, right? So, okay, you've got 700 million gold. You get 700 million points. Well, we're going to sell 1 billion points for $1,000. Why wouldn't they do that? I mean, it could be where it didn't matter how much you hoarded. It's just going to be a function of spending. I just want to say this could be a possibility. The thing is, we don't know the weightings of how the points are going to play out, and we just don't know enough about it. It could be a lot worse. It could always be worse. I'm sorry, but this last straw. If you ever trusted anything, Scopely says again, I don't know if there's a better player's voice, if there's another player's voice group or an appreciation post or a calendar for the players. That's it. Trust is earned in commodity, and when it's gone, it's gone. Scopely doesn't serve your players' trust with back alley moves like this. Shame on every last one of you. And then this post right here. So like I said, the top 2 posts on Reddit were about this. Mobile Gamer hits the nail on the head. Thank you. Mobile described how I feel perfectly in the video. I'm the best. I'm also the most modest and humble person, but I don't know. I just talk the way I feel. Feel like I was led to believe I could spend gold on my roster and not be concerned with hoarding. Recent blogs reassured me even more than spending gold would not be an issue. Very competitive alliance and spent probably 100 million gold on upgrading my Sinister 6 and finishing DD6 in the last couple of weeks. I had just caught up on my roster and only had 640 gold left, but felt good. Then they announced the gold spending event. Now I feel like an idiot. My understanding is that you can get through the event items, the monthly event items, if you spend about 3 million gold a day. And I think the event's running for 6 days. I don't think that's the issue, though. I think the issue is that, like this poster said, I realized that 100 million gold would not have got me any diamonds. Definitely feel it would have helped maximize the amount of Slayer shards gotten in some more milestones. Dang it, it feels really bad. Some lessons you have to learn the hard way. So here is Scopely's response, and this was on Discord, and this was in response to, should we go back to just not spending gold unless there's an event calling for it? Gold spend is not a scoring input being used monthly like it was in the past. The game went almost 6 months without it being used in an event. It would be extremely rare to see it used. To answer your question, should we go back to not spending gold unless there's an event calling for it? Because of the rarity of these types of events, you shouldn't feel like you need to go back like at the beginning of the year when these events were frequent. Now they aren't even infrequent. They are just and will be extremely rare. Spoke with the team today about this topic. Everyone is aligned with this. I asked the general manager himself if I should call it a rare event. He said, no, don't call it a rare event. I want to make it clear to all of you that these type of events will be extremely rare. I feel like he just made the case for hoarding. When it's going to be a 3 diamond apocalypse, you could hoard and hoard for that one extreme rare event. I don't know how this is not a case for hoarding. I feel like Archangel just made the strongest case possible on why you should hoard. Absolutely. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to hoard, but I know that this whole event is going to cause people to hoard. I do want to talk about this for a second. someone made a comment about, I think it was Steven. He said, well, how many players even have a 7 red Apocalypse? People do. I did a poll, and it looks like there's a chunk of people that do have a 7 red Apocalypse. So the diamonds would be impactful to percentage of players. Also, as far as dark promotion credits go right now, I feel like Apocalypse is the no-brainer best pick right now for dark promotion credits, and I know that's what I'm going to be focusing on. And then again, we have a meme here from Spaceballs, right? Spent all my gold just like you said I could. You trusted us? I can't believe you fell for the oldest trick in the book. What a noob! Also, a lot of people are asking where the Nova trials. They were supposed to start today. It was communicated that the 4th run of the Nova trials would run today, December 4th. Unfortunately, the trial is scheduled for the 14th. So I guess it was a typo. Other thing, too, I hope they get rid of the double gambits or fix the biopact. Because I feel like the event was tuned around the biopack and it made it very challenging. So we'll have to see. Campaign Cold Snap improvement. There's an adjustment of the Campaign Cold Snap web milestone that goes live tomorrow, December 5th. This event requires players to spend campaign energy and milestone points for the snowy Spider Spectacle event. 5 million milestone points are being added, make it easier to get the Spider Scarf item and unlock Spider Slayer. Okay. Then, just want to say there are some positive things going on with the game. I think that the gold spend event is problematic, and I also feel like the crashing is problematic. I had the game crash twice on me today. Fortunately, it did not crash during my Crucible, but it did crash twice for me today. It's probably an emulator problem. I just want to put that out there. I think it's an emulator problem at this point. Has not crashed on my phone. Positive post for once. I've been playing this game since release, and I have to hold my hands up as much as we complain. This is the most I've enjoyed Marvel Strike Force in a long time. The events are mainly achievable, free to play. Gold is increased, and characters are more easily available to farm. I agree with this. Red Star Diamond system for me is a great addition. It's fun having so many red orbs to pull now. Kudos to Scopely for finally listening to their play race. I think it's a reasonable take. It's not all sadness and despair right now. 2 months I've been waiting for Teal Astral Energy. It's gotten to the point where I'm considering walking away from the game. They've got to make some of this stuff at least relatively farmable. I've opened at least 600 TL raid orbs in the last 2 months and gotten 0 astral energy untenable. I do think this is a reasonable request. I know that the reason why they do it this way, I'm going to get out of the way here, is they want to sell these offers, right? You know, you can buy for 20 bucks, 15 of them, which is absolutely outrageous. The other thing is that the amount of uniques is high. Now, Augmented Olympus extract is not in the game, but also on this list, chromium is missing. So I did the math, and I believe there's 28 of them. So it's just that they're hard to come by and they're random and they don't show up in the stores. I got to tell you, I'm very deliberate about buying these as often as I can, like in every store as reasonably possible. I'm buying these because this is a thing and it's by design. I do wish that they would make them farmable in some way, but I don't think they are. We got another message here from Archangel, and this is about the slingshot mechanic in the arena. I was just doing arena. It was number 6, challenge number 3, one with 17 seconds left before reset. See, that was the mistake right there. You have to finish exactly at the reset. Like, people that are doing this slingshot are looking at like atomic clocks and making sure that they're finishing their match exactly with 1 second left, because that's the way the slingshot mechanic works. I have never done it myself personally, but I've heard from other people that's how it works. So he won with 17 seconds. Now, if he won with 1 second, probably wouldn't have happened. Left before reset, but I showed I was rank 8. If I just beat the number 3 person, I'm immediately rank 8. Boy, he could have ranked it up 13. And then he says, when the game was designed 7-8 years ago, the decision made for multiple attacks that could transpire at the same time. It causes what you witnessed today. It's garbage. It's trash. Absolutely trash. Gentle, friendly reminder to spend your incursion energy. We've got some offers right here. This offer was here yesterday, 3 million gold. I feel like the main reason why people will consider buying this is for the 200 dark promotion credits. However, if you're looking for dark promotion credits, the battle pass just went live today. For $20, you get a total of 2,600. And big shout out to Baca for making this spreadsheet analysis, which is down from the battle pass on the 20th, which was at 3,000 dark promotion credits, where the one a month ago was 1,500. So for me, 2,600 dark promotion credits is worth the $20, and they get all this other stuff. So that's I've been buying the battle passes. Now, the downside to the battle passes is that they're $20, and there's 4 of them, so it's $80 a month. Like, it just feels like a lot of money for a battle pass. I know I've played other games like Marvel Snap, and there was just one battle pass, and it was like $10, and you could play the game for $10. $80. Let that sink in for a minute. $80. If you're looking for him and you need power cores, you figure that, I don't know, for $10 normally you get 750 power cores. So the math is reasonable on that. And then lastly, I bought this 3 times. I suspect that Ghost Rider Robbie will be farmable sooner than later. Probably, if I were to guess, by the end of the month. But here you go. $5 for 50 Robbie. I had diamonds. I pulled diamonds randomly on me, and the power jump on him was huge. Plus, I'm just a huge fan of Ghost Rider Robbie. So I did buy this 3 times so that I could get him to 7 reds, and then the diamond. I already had diamonds on him. So there you go. All right. What do you think about all this gold stuff? 3 days in a row, I made a video about it. It's important to the community. That's for sure. All right. Let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching. Bye for now.